Performative males, delightful trend or menace to society? These cheeky chaps have learned how to ensnare ladies like peacocks with labubus. But now people are mad, maybe. And we have performative male contests all the way from America to Islamabad. Could you or one of your loved ones be a performative male? We have the most complete guide you'll ever need right here on Scroll Deep with me, Benedict Townsend, the show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to and also loves Joan Didion. Looking around for ladies. Any honeys in here? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you come in. With his long hair, jewelry, and stylish white and blue striped shirt, the performative male is one of the most charming and dangerous creatures to ever roam the earth. This new type of almost always straight man has supposedly identified qualities and attributes that women like and has started deploying them publicly in a dastardly attempt to be attractive. The bastard. Such ploys include labubus, specifically attached to clothing, listening to listening to Clyro, holding and pretending to read feminist literature, wearing tote bags, matcha, wired headphones, being at a coffee shop, wearing fake glasses, carrying around a camera, mullet, or curtains. Hey, easy now, nothing wrong with those hair options. If you have any of these accessories or qualities, you should go to jail. By the way, top tip to my fellow men, and I guess, fuckboy masked lesbians. If you want to read books that women actually read, they are not reading this stuff, right? Women aren't walking around reading The Bell Jar or whatever. Women only read about 4 or 5 types of books. One is called A Crown of Blood and Arse, and it's the worst smut you've ever read. One is called, like, The Wife, and it's about a wife. One is just the most horrifying true crime you've ever seen. They're just soothed by the amount of blood. And then finally, Colleen Hoover. I don't like to make statements about entire genders of people, but that is true. Have you read The Wife? Oh my God, the way that was. Now the problem with these performative males is that these sneaky chappies are doing all this behavior cynically in order to trap women into being attracted to them. Oh my God, men adapting to what women say they want and then doing that, listening and responding to feedback, recognizing market conditions and adapting. Is that a crime? Yes, because they're doing all of these things cynically. No one likes someone being fake. No one likes someone being pretentious. That being said, it is not bad to do most of these things. Most of these things are fine. For the love of God, we cannot stop men from reading. Men already don't read enough fiction, right? Straight men, statistically speaking, do not read fiction, which is bad. We should read more fiction. We have to encourage the kings to crack a book. Also, the question is, if you read a book performatively, but you do actually read it, is it performative? Because you have read it. You're not performing reading it, you have read it. You know? It's like tree falls in the woods type shit. Also, I will say some of the criticism against performative males feels a little bit like, you know, when a woman will wear like an AC/DC t-shirt and the guys will be like, name 5 of their albums. There's a bit of that, but with like Clyro. I know me, for example, I actually like Clyro, all right? Biffy, that's her full name, Biffy Clyro. I think she's amazing. But at the same time, you know, just, lads, be yourself. Don't trick women into liking a curated, calculated version of you, which they will then discover is not the real you, because then they will be understandably annoyed. Be yourself, but not too much yourself. Right, you have to like try a little bit. You have to shower. So how did this trend start? Well, a fella by the name of Henry Earls, 2 male names at once, the ultimate man. He may well take credit as the first documented performative male in history, and it spiraled out from there. And it is worth noting that basically everyone is in on the joke with this. It's all a very light-hearted affair, right? Everyone's having a bit of a laugh. No one's really getting hurt by this, you know. Yeah, okay, there might be some bad guys who are doing it, but the issue is that they are bad guys, not the fact that they have a labubu, something that otherwise is morally wonderful. We're actually several layers of irony deep into this now, where no one really knows what level of performative they're on, where it's like, I'm performing being a performative male as an ironic joke, but I am doing all the performative male things. But I'm not like the other performative males because I'm self-aware. Will you please kiss me? Please. We even now have performative male contests. There was one in Seattle at the beginning of August, and they've been popping up all over the world since, including Berlin, Indonesia, LA, home of Lax Airport, and reportedly Islamabad, which is really nice. I like that that's a nice unifying international thing in this increasingly fractured world of ours. I like that performative males are bringing everyone together. It's also yet another trend of IRL events kind of taking over, which is a really nice thing we've started seeing in 2025. I've often said this, that I think the next big online trend is no one being online anymore. I think in 5 years, the internet will just be bots talking to each other and everyone will have gone outside because the internet has become so annoying and so just like unusable that everyone's like, forget it, let's just go to the park and dress up. This also taps into another truth, which is that straight men love dressing up in costumes, but because of a patriarchal system, and who set that up? But because of a patriarchal system, men aren't really allowed to like play dress up. So whenever they're given an excuse like Halloween or a contest, they love that because it's good, clean fun having a little dress up. But obviously society won't let them do that, and who set that up? Of course, the question now is what other behaviors or possessions will be labeled performative? It's one of those conversations that opens up like wider things where, you know, men will be like, women put on makeup for men, and then women are always like, we don't wear it for you, we wear it for ourselves. And then the boys are like, I'm not reading Clyro for you, I'm reading it for me. You know what I mean? You've got a big vinyl open and I'm just reading it. Also, you know, maybe sometimes men do like these things, you know? It's like when a woman is into like, I don't know, comic books or whatever, and then everyone's like, she must be lying. Oh, she knows about coding, it must be a lie. She's trying to trick the men. And it's like, no, maybe she's a freaking nerd. Maybe she's an epic nerd queen. Senorita Awesome. But what do you make of all this? Are you a performative male? Have you or a loved one been affected by a performative male? Phone 0800 scroll deep to report that person and we'll track them down. And we come now to the secret question for people who made it all the way to the end to reward your good attention span, and that's tennis. And the secret question will be thus: what is the most performative thing you do that you actually do for real? Like, I've got plenty of vinyl records in my house, and I'm doing that for me, baby. There is something, you turn 30 and it's like, I've just got to start amassing vinyl. So 10 years from now when I turn 30, it's gonna be nuts. He's 20? What? So there was a comment on a previous video that was like complimenting my appearance, very kind. I think someone called me handsome, and someone replied going, he's literally 17.
He's a minor!
He's a minor, you freak! Which, yeah, sure. I'll take that compliment as well, I guess. So yeah, let me know the most performative thing you actually do for real. Maybe it's playing tennis. I'm Benedict Townsend, this has been Scroll Deep. Make sure to follow to get all the latest internet nonsense first, so you can be the coolest person in your group poetry session that you go to every week in Brooklyn, New York. Bye.